What is up, people? It is MewMonster58. Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. In the previous part, we ended up fighting Benedicta Harmon as her icon known as Garuda, and found out that that one icon that killed Joshua all those years ago was us. But then we also found out, obviously not to Clive's knowledge, but just to our knowledge as the player, Joshua survived. And so, well, now our journey has become very sort of aimless, I guess. But at the end of the day, Jill also woke up, and now we are making our way back to Rosaria, back to Phoenix Gate to get some answers. And so here we are, back in Rosaria, 13 years later, with one of the people that we were so close to back then with us again now. So, without further ado, folks, it's time to head for Martha's Rest, as indicated to us by Gav. So apparently she's a friend of the cause, and we might as well make our way over. So as you can see, this area is pretty huge. There's a ton of stuff, and I think you want to do this side quests on the way up to Martha's Rest, just to give you an idea. So now we have an enemy down this way. This guy is a new enemy. I think we might... Can we tussle with this guy yet? I think we can. There's an item over there. Yeah, these guys, they're pretty tough. They kind of charge like bulls, as you can see. They kind of look like... Not bad. And we'll pull it down. Nice. Got that. Okay. Nice. Good amount of damage there. Got that. Very nice. Good damage. He's gonna charge here. Pull him down again. Very nice. Okay, yeah. As you can see, these guys are kind of telegraphed, but they have a lot of health and they're pretty strong in terms of just being an elite. Yeah, this is their deadliest attack. They kind of just, you know, do what a bull does. Alright, nice. Nice. Dodge that. Okay. And should be dead. Very nice. Alright, let's go pick up this item over here. There's nothing too big to note of. There's a few, I can see there's a few deadly plant. Alright, these guys are basically like scorpions. They're really not all that bad. They can be annoying, but not too bad whatsoever. Alright, do this. Very nice. Alrighty, and we got another one over here. Dude, this, as you can see, by the way, I didn't necessarily point this out at the end of last episode, but my god, this area is absolutely stunning. Such a very, very pretty area. Alright, we got some more, though. There. Just doing this more or less for some XP for the time being. Oh, I completely missed because I suck. Boom. Alright. Got more steel soap, which is nice. Also, the nice thing about beating these enemies here is just you get some nice, you know, materials for crafting. It's always nice to have extras. And also a little bit of money. Not a lot, but it's enough. Alrighty. Got some nice ability points too. Actually, speaking of, that's one thing we should probably do. We can level this up, but should we do that? And then, because I've been thinking about upgrading one of these, just like doing Rising Flames or something like that. We did Scarlet Cyclone already. Don't really need Heat Wave. Nothing there. Let's see. Wicked Wheel. I don't really like Wicked Wheel as much. Yeah, I think we'll just upgrade this. Yeah, we got 300 points, so we'll just leave that for the time being. The one thing I haven't pointed out actually in the ability icons, there are each each one of the icons has a ultimate ability. As you can see, for Garuda, it's the Giant Tornado, and then for the Phoenix, it's the Flames of Rebirth. These generally do an insane amount of damage. For the Phoenix one, I don't really use all that often. This one I also don't really use all that often. They obviously have really, really long cooldowns because of how strong they are. But yeah, I don't know. I don't find myself using them except for one. Towards the end of the game. Maybe I'm min-maxing as I get to the end of the game, but it's really nothing too crazy. We can head in here to see what's in here. I forget if there's anything important in this way. But just trying to explore our old stomping grounds, right? Get an item here, can't complain. Oh, it looks like we got some more of these enemies, which isn't bad. There, and that. I wouldn't be surprised if I've been cutting these fights, because these are kind of, you know, just killing enemies, right? Alrighty, got an item over here. Now that that's done, we'll go and pick this up real quick. As you'll see throughout the Let's Play, I'll probably end up cutting things that don't need to necessarily be on camera all the time, or, you know, in the actual episode. Just, you know, little tedious things, just to save us some time, but to give you an idea of what I'm actually doing, so that you can still follow along with me if you're playing alongside me. These are peaceful animals right over. I forget what those animals are called, though. Looks like we have a quick little side quest here. Shouldn't be too bad if I remember correctly.
Building the bridge then.
After what happened at Phoenix Gate, it didn't seem the highest priority.
Oi! Stop and give me an hand. Here, you couldn't give me an hand, could you? Typical. A bloody bearer. Just when I thought my luck had changed. Still, better a crumb of crystal than an empty hand, I suppose. Though it pains me to use another man's branded. Here, you understand me, don't you? I need your help. These blasted birds must have caught a whiff of my cargo, and now they've got me surrounded. And it's really late as it was. I've got something special needs delivering before the rest, but I dare not leave my cart untended. You couldn't run it up to Martha's Rest for me, could you? Needs to get there quick, mind.
Fine.
That's the spirit. All right. Here. You hand that to the stable master and no one else. I'm owed a little something for it. If he gives it to you, pass it along to your master by way of thanks. Be off with you then, and don't go taking any detours on the way.
Well, we're heading up that way anyway, and as you can see, the disdain for bears knows no bounds here. Looks like, I think on this side over here, we can go on. I don't think, actually, yeah, I think we'll just keep it moving here. We'll just keep it moving with the story for the time being. There's nothing too crazy we have to fight here. I guess, These bees are just kind of like the hornets. Alrighty. Got those taken care of. There's an item over here we can pick up. Grab that. And then keep it moving here. We are not too far from Martha's Rest, at the very least. And we're not too far from our quest location. This is nice to give us a side quest like this. It just makes it easier because you're already on the way, right?
Martha's Rest.
That's one of our branded. Do we take him in?
He's not one of ours. Look, he's with his master.
Are you the stable master? I was asked to deliver this to you.
This is for me, right enough. Not sure what some bearer's doing bringing it to me, though. Where's that fool of a peddler got to?
He couldn't come himself. His cart's surrounded by wild chocobos.
Huh. Sounds about right. Have it full of Gizal greens, no doubt. Crammed with him, if I know him.
Gazelle greens.
Chocobos go mad for them, don't they? And if you forget to seal the cart up tight, the smell gets out, and birds come running from miles around. Don't get me wrong. They're a fine investment for a savvy merchant, especially around these parts. But you can't get greedy, as our mutual friend is learning the hard way. Still, I got my wares, and that's all that matters. Be sure to pass your master my regards.
Yep, you can see all the referred to as master and all this stuff. It's pretty, slavery is still pretty rampant in this universe, and it's really sad.
Good girl. You get some rest now.
Alrighty, well, with that all out of the way, we got side quests, got some free ability points. We can just keep moving here, and we can head into Martha's Rest. As you can see, even the passerby NPCs were wary of me being a bearer.
I wonder if Martha is as friendly as Gav claims.
Let's go and find out, shall we?
He goes to Eastpool, leave him in the pod.
It was good, honest work building the aqueduct. Back when we had proper leaders and proper trades. Not just selling our blades and our bodies.
Excuse me. Would you happen to be the landlady?
Depends who's asking, and why they have an Imperial bearer with them.
For protection, which hopefully won't be needed. If you can advise me on the safest route to the west.
It's your friend here I'd be worried about. Bearers don't have an easy time of it in Rosaria. Even a Stratton lad like him might attract the wrong kind of attention. And if he gets nabbed, it ain't likely to end well for you either.
Then we'll just have to stay out of the malicious way. Gav said you might be able to help us.
Follow me. Sorry for before. Can't be too wary of strangers asking questions in our game. I'm Martha, an old friend of Sid's. He said he had high hopes for a bearer who joined recently. I expect that's you. So, where is it you're headed?
For Phoenix Gate. We have questions that need answering.
Is that so? Well, if you want to avoid the garrison, the road through Eastpool's your best bet. Or it would be, if the bridge hadn't collapsed. A right bloomin' nuisance it is. We've had no trade with the village for weeks. I did ask our carpenter to take a look at it. But he went out on another job, and he hasn't come back.
Do you think something might have happened to him?
Fingers crossed he's just taking his time. The alternative don't bear thinking about.
We'll find him. And make sure he's safe. We both need that bridge repaired. Your carpenter sounds like the man to do it.
I see why Sid's got such a soft spot for you. If you could, I'd be in your debt.
You said that he went out on a job?
Right. He went down into the marshes to check on another bridge. The one by the Fallen Gate.
The marshes were dangerous at the best of times. We should hurry.
There's a ladder to the side of the gate. That's the quickest way down, if you've a head for heights. His name is Bernard. Should you find him well, tell him Martha sent you, and that he's wanted at the bridge to Eastpool.
To the marshes, then. Let's find that ladder.
Alrighty, well it looks like we now have the ability to, well now we have to find Bernard so that he can build that bridge that we need. But real quick, we can also pop into the shop over here real nice. Right here, I think. Yep, right there.
How do?
Excuse me. Sorry, I was about to sneeze there. Is there anything that he has that's better than what we have now? It's a meteorite, but we don't really need anything. Yeah, you're gonna buy, if you want to buy all of like the music tracks, you're gonna have to buy them in places like this throughout the game. But it doesn't look like there's really much, and I don't think we have anything to sell either, so I think we're good. All right. Well, without further ado, let's go find Bernard. Hopefully he's not dead or anything like that. Alright, now we have a fast travel point to Martha's Rest, which is always very nice.
When he goes to East Pool,
Here's the gate. And that must be the ladder.
I don't care what your orders are, Brandon. You keep that sword in its sheath.
Get away from me!
What was that?
It came from under the bridge. Come on.
Yep, we've still got more people looking at us and looking down to us, which is no surprise. And there's Bernard, seems like. Surrounded by these... Surrounded by these damn scorpions. And boom! Alright. Dead. Very nice. Thank you, Jill. Alrighty. Close to 500 ability points. Could use those because I really like to upgrade one of our actual abilities.
Thank you, my lady. You saved my life.
Not at all. You're Bernard the carpenter, yes?
I am. I didn't realize my name was known so widely.
I'm a friend of Martha's. She asked us to come and find you.
Well, I'm very grateful for it. I just finished checking these piles when I turn around. I see a gang of slavering monsters looking to feast on my flesh. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd have been snipped into strips by now.
We're just glad you're safe.
Why, I best go and give my regards to the landlady then, eh?
Actually, she asked that if we found you, we should beg you make haste to repair the bridge to Eastpool.
Of course. I said I'd take a look at it, but it clean slipped my mind. I'll head up there straight away. The trusses are still sturdy. It's just a matter of replacing the stringers and relining the deck. I'll have it done in no time.
Thank you, Bernard. We were hoping to take the road to Eastpool ourselves. We're very grateful for your help. And sorry for asking this of you after what you've been through.
I owe you my life. Fixing a bridge is the least I can do. Thank you, my lady. And you too, son. You're with Sid, ain't ya? Me and him will go way back. Not as far as Martha, mind, but far enough.
I see.
Well, I best get cracking then. You go and let Martha know I'm all right, and she'll have her bridge back soon enough.
We will.
The bridge will be fixed when it's fixed, all right?
I was supposed to be in Eastpool yesterday.
Alright, buddy, stop complaining. We need it too. We got it going, though. So, time to head back to Martha and tell her that everything is good to go. But I don't think... Yep. I know that... I know that there are some side quests that eventually pop up in Martha's Rest here. I just can't exactly remember when.
It was good, honest work building that.
Ah, you're back. What happened? Did you find Bernard?
We did. He's fine, and he'll have the bridge to Eastpool repaired soon.
Well, thank the Founder for that.
It was lucky we found him when we did. The creatures out there are not to be trifled with.
It's the Blight's fault. They'd nothing to eat in the north, so they come down here hunting for food. He can't keep going out alone. I'll have to arrange a guard for him. But anyway, thank you. I don't have a lot to offer in return, but you're welcome to rest here until the repairs are finished.
We'd be delighted.
Alrighty, one of our main quests complete. Nice. Now we get an extra 100 ability points. I think I'll try and level up Rising Flame since we've been using it.
Can I get you a drink or anything while you wait? Flagon of Imperial Gold, perhaps? Tastes like swill, but it'll slake a thirst.
No, thank you. I prefer the truth about why there are so few bearers around here.
Yes. There were more of them when we were young. Far more.
Is this the Empire's doing? Have they been sent away?
They have, aye. Either to the Legions or Oriflamme. Seems the miners at Drake's Head are having a hard time keeping up with demand of late, so the bearers make up the shortfall. Time was they used to dole out crystals like sugar plums even down here in the provinces, but not anymore. Nowadays, they'll jump at any excuse to confiscate our bearers so they can be put to work elsewhere. I always knew the Empire treated their branded like shit, but after seeing it with my own eyes, well...
Ah, Thea! Congratulations on the new arrival. And you got the little laddie with you?
It was a bearer. The boy I carried for 9 long moons. A bloody bearer.
Oh, you poor thing. You gave it to the constables then?
Just left it at the garrison, I. Let them deal with it. Couldn't wait to be rid of the blasted thing. Been wanting it gone since the moment I found out.
Well, it's all dealt with now. So no harm done, eh?
Mum, he weren't my brother, was he?
No. But you'll have one soon enough. You just have to be patient. All right?
All right.
Unbelievable, innit? Bearers may have been looked down on back in Archduke Elwin's day, but they were still human beings. Now they've fallen so far, a beggar wouldn't spit on them. Since you're not drinking, do me a favor and take that to the Abbey. There's a darkness at the heart of this world, and I'd have you see it.
And we'll see it at an abbey?
Glademond Abbey, on the shore of Sorrowwise Bay. The abbot there is a friend. Tell him Martha sent you, and he'll show you what I mean.
Understood.
Looks like we got another quest that we got going, and that's head for Glademond Abbey. We're pretty much stocked up. There's nothing really to worry about, so I'm not going to worry too much about stocking up on any supplies or anything like that. We got potions, we got tonics. I think we're just good to head out toward Glademond Abbey.
You're aiming that at the fish there, son. Keep them nice and fresh. Fresh cuts. Get your fresh cuts here.
Alrighty. But yeah, as you can see, the shades of the past. Do you remember that, interaction that Clive had when he was 15?
Children were tested. The bearer's fate was decided at birth.
And assumed it was best for all concerned. I know. But for a child to be blamed, to be hated by its parents through no fault of its own.
We knew nothing of what it meant to be born that way. Did we?
No.
That scene basically that we had in the beginning of the game where Clive was 15 and he ran into that bear that dropped an apple in front of him. You can see already the disdain, sort of, right? But like Martha said, I guess it just didn't get that bad until, all these years later. Alrighty. So got a lot of stuff there. There's some extra enemies and things we can do around here. Now this guy is a big tortoise. These guys are pretty tough. Here, I'll show you how these guys fight. They shoot things, and they're pretty defensive, but they're pretty slow too. Nice. There. They're kind of like, in a way, they're kind of like the one enemy we fought earlier, just a bit slower, I guess, a little more defensive. Cyclone there. As you can see, even from the back here, his shell is really strong. Alright, let's see. Dodge through. Dodge, nice. We're gonna stagger him here and then drop that down. You can see even Torgal is bouncing off of him.
Sick of Torgal.
Alright, almost there. There we go. Now he's down. Just want to introduce you to that guy because at the end of the day we are going to be fighting against enemies, well, a couple of variations of that guy throughout the game. Let's upgrade the Rising Flames, get some extra damage on that.
Very well.
Alrighty. Got rid of a ton of enemies. Took a little bit of a longer route around, but it doesn't bother me all that much to be able to get some extra materials and stuff like that. But as you can see, I mean, look at that in the background. I mean, alright, got another one of these guys. Alright. Alrighty, he is now down. Some more enemies here. As you can see, there's some wild chocobos over there, and I'm going to tell you right now, they are not friendly. They will actually attack you, so you're going to have to, if you want to, you actually have to kill them, which is really kind of sad that you're going to kill chocobos, but you have to when they get through there. Alright, Jill took care of that. Alrighty. The chocobos, they're kind of tough. They're very tall and they're decently quick on their feet, so you want to be careful about that. But they're not awful, but they're certainly not exactly the most fun. Alrighty. I think there was an item over this way. Oh yeah, here is essentially a chocobo, just a different color. And here's the regular wild chocobos. There we go. Alrighty. I know we've kind of deviated from the main path. We might as well just keep going towards that main path at this point. You can see, look at all the fallen ruins as well. See that right through here. Alright, I think we have a few more enemies we have to take care of, and we can make our way to Gladimond Abbey. Oh, I guess these guys aren't... Oh, okay, I guess they're not angry. Huh. Those ones are, though. These guys are right over here. And now those chocobos are angry. Alright, got some more spiders over here
Abbey.
too.
What darkness awaits us within, I wonder.
Let's go and see.
Alrighty, well there's an item right over here, might as well grab it. It's gonna bother me if I don't, so might as well do that. And then there are obviously some enemies right here. Nice, got rid of a lot of them there. That's dead. Alrighty, very nice. Okay, now we can fully head our way to the Abbey. As you can see, despite all the monsters, it's still relatively peaceful out here.
Good day to you. I'm afraid the Abbey is not open for public prayer. May Griga go with you?
We came to offer a donation. From Martha.
I see. Then please, follow me.
I don't want to die. Please, Father. Something for the pain. I beg you. The light, it fades. I don't want to die alone.
It's all right. I'm here.
Who are these people?
Martha's bearers. She entrusted them to my care, that I might ease their suffering. To the extent that I can. For the time they have left.
The curse has taken them. All of them.
As it does every bearer forced to use their gift. With each draw on the ether, their bodies petrify, till all that remains is stone and pain, and so they are cast aside. There is nothing either Martha or I can do to change that, but we can at least strive to make their final hours a little more bearable. Have faith, my son, for you shall rise again, and find the happiness denied you in this life.
Thank you, Father.
I must offer you my own thanks for the medicine you so kindly brought. Now their final moments may be moments of peace. When next you see Martha, pray tell her that 2 more have succumbed.
We should get back to Martha's Rest.
Yes, we should.
Alrighty. As you can see, it's pretty awful. You know. Yeah. It's, there's not much more to say that the cutscene hasn't said. It's, really sad and disturbing. It's one of those situations where I do think it is advantageous to use the fast travel, though.
Ah, you're back. Thanks for taking care of that.
The abbot had a message for you. 2 more have succumbed.
I see. Come upstairs. So, now you know, eh?
I've seen plenty of bearers die on the battlefield. But never like that.
And all because they were born different. The powers that be can't take away their gift, so they strip them of their humanity instead. Oh, there's plenty who pity a bearer's plight. But so long as we're content to sit around, weeping for those on whose broken backs we're carried, we ain't gonna change nothing.
And so you lend Sid your strength?
What little of it I have. Used profits from this place to buy the poor buggers.
So when the abbot told us the bearers were yours...
Aye, they're my property, at least by law. Any still fit to work fetch a price beyond my means. All I can do is care for those who are past mending. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bernard's finished fixing that bridge for you. You can carry on to Eastpool now. You got questions that need answering, ain't you? Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you, Martha.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sid and I have other friends in Rosaria. Wear this and they'll know you for one of us. And know that you will always be welcome here. You were right, Sid. It really is them. Lord Rosfield and Lady Warwick have come back to us. And long may they stay.
As you can see, she knows herself too. Exactly who we are. It's sad that she can't obviously say that, you know, out loud. Alrighty, now I believe since we do have... No, okay, so I thought that once we got that little seal that we would be able to actually do some side quests in this area. I wasn't sure if it was going to be now or later. But regardless, we have found out some, you know, pretty...
Sid.
Ah, Clive. You're not where I left you.
Hurt your hand.
I did, aye. With 1,000 little lightning bolts. Can't fling them around the way I used to. Think of it as my decoration for long service and exemplary misconduct. But you didn't come here to compare war wounds.
We didn't.
Thank you, Sid. For everything.
If you want to leave, that's your lookout. I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together if you stay out of my way.
Sid!
Oh. I knew a girl, back in the day. She was a slave to her fate, just like you. wanted to save her. For a while, I even thought I could. But just because you think something doesn't make it true.
Sid.
I'm no savior. Just a conceited old fool. I talk about people forging their own futures. But instead of handing them the hammer, I beat them with my own. And if no bugger wants to listen to what you've got to say, you might as well keep your gob shut. But Clive, I will say this. You're not a monster. You're the same man you've always been. Accept that, and you may yet escape your fate.
My fate.
Look, lad, you've had a hard life. And I don't see it getting much easier. You might not be able to save anyone else, but at the very least, you can save yourself.
I'll try.
And Jill, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk, but I trust you'll take good care of the boy.
Yes, I will.
Is that the last of it?
Aye.
We best head back then. Wouldn't want to keep Nan waiting. Ta-ra then.
There it is, I knew it. So these are the side quests we now have available, like 2 or 3 of them. So, now with our next mission, heading to Eastpool so that we can make our way towards Phoenix Gate. Next time on Final Fantasy XVI, we'll be completing the side quests in this area and then making our way towards Phoenix Gate through the bridge through Eastpool. So, hope you guys look forward to that. So, I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also, follow me on the socials. Those will be linked in the description below. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this episode, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lives.